Going again without Jalen Fisher today. At the time of his injury, he was leading the Big 12 in three-point shooting. We will see how that hampers the Horned Frogs here this afternoon. But Oklahoma does have Jumani McNeese back, and he will jump center today.
Yeah, it looks good to him coming out, and that is so paramount to bring that type of length to their lineup.
Robinson and Calixte, the point guard matchup that we alluded to. R.J. Nembhard, you saw him, right wing. Sooners switch, and now it's Christian James on Robinson, who flips it to Desmond Bane. Bane's pull-up try, around the rim and out. Backside rebound taken by Samuel, and there's Jumani McNeese.
And that's what Oklahoma's going to need. It is almost eerie how close the rebounding numbers are between these two teams. Within a percentage point. They both are a +6. They both need to rebound well today.
This could be a grind fest today between these two. They had a couple of close games a year ago, including an overtime game. Lob backside. McNeese goes up but can't land it. And it scatters into the hands of Alex Robinson.
Yeah, keep an eye on Robinson. He is the playmaker. He is the one that's going to create and get the ball to people and finish.
And he can shoot it as well. Alex Robinson, that's the thing. He distributes well, but a terrific three-point shooter.
Yeah, and he's learned what the right basketball play was at a higher level.
Calixte answers for Oklahoma.
Well, you love seeing that out of Aaron. You know, he has consistently gotten the ball to people, but boy, when he puts the finishing aspect on top of that, boy, that really helps the Sooner attack.
Each starting point guard has delivered a 3, and we are all tied a minute and a half into this one.
Yeah, both teams, a lot of man-to-man defense early, I think you're going to see in this game. You know, a very much protection-oriented. They're going to keep the ball in front of them as much as possible.
Bain slashing in on Doolittle, arcs it up, no good, and it pinballs out of bounds. It stays on this end. Before we move any further, let's check in with the third member of our crew, Jessica Cootie. Jess. Technical difficulties. We promise we will get Jessica in shortly. Miller's jump stop, a floater up and over Manick is no good. Put back by Samuel misses, and there's Brady Manick with the rebound.
Boy, Brady doing a great job of keeping the ball in front of him on that dribble drive.
Doolittle shot rims out. Robinson grabs the miss.
Rebounding is important for Oklahoma. Early possessions, you know, you can see that TCU is a force on the offensive glass.
Robinson shut down on the baseline. Loose inside, scraped up by Samuel. He lost it as Christian James took it away.
Great job by James, helping and recovering with good hands.
Robinson cuts off Calixte, who circles back through. Great feed to McNeese, who finishes.
Very impressive presence. I thought Aaron just did a great job letting the game come to him for that finish.
Sooners have their first lead, 5-3 here in the early going. Nembhard circles out. Manick guards him. Here's Bain. Shot clock under 15 now for the Horned Frogs. Robinson picked up by McNeese, falls back, finds Bain, who lays it in to tie it.
Yeah. Bain doing a great job of offensive recovery, high real estate finish.
Jumani McNeese now out to Doolittle. Both teams patient offensively. McNeese's jump hook, no. And Robinson picks up another rebound. Boy, Alex Robinson on the boards already with 3.
Yeah, you mentioned the word grind. I think early in this game you're going to see a lot of those type of possessions.
Robinson finds Samuel for the finish to put TCU back up.
And that's what Robinson can do. He's a player that you got to make him make plays against defense in a position. If he separates you, he is great at finding finishers.
Over 8 assists per game for Alex Robinson. James finishes, and he's bumped and fouled down on the baseline by R.J. Nembhard. A 3-point opportunity for the Sooners' leading scorer.
And boy, James just continues to improve his senior year. You know, his ability to take that hit, square up, and finish. One of the most improved players, I think, in America as I watch men's college basketball.
The scoring you figured would pick up for Christian James. How do you account for his uptick in rebounding? He has 6 double-doubles in his last 8 games.
I think just an appreciation of what it is to be a total player. I think a maturation in the game. I think him understanding he's a leader, and that's what leaders do in that situation.
Scoring is up over 9 points per game. Christian James has his first 3 of the day. Sooners are back up as Robinson penetrates. Extra pass to Kwatnoy off the bench, who provides a scoring punch, but he misses on his first try. Christian James wiggles back the other way. Mannix 3 is good.
Boy, you like seeing Mannix hit that right there. He is an important player. If he can go another notch, I think Oklahoma Sooners will follow.
6-0 Sooners spurt here. 15 to shoot for the Horned Frogs.
Boy, I like that denial. Aaron keeping the ball out of Robinson's hands, making TCU find a second playmaker.
Noise pass down low for Samuel. That was stripped, but he put it back up and in.
Boy, Samuel's impressive. You know, this young man has established himself and continues to establish himself in the Big 12.
Doolittle found himself all alone for the lay-in.
Great look by Aaron in that situation. Doolittle moving without the ball well.
13-9 Oklahoma as we approach our first media stoppage of the day.
Well, you can see McNeese is such a help. His mobility allows him to capture the ball in situations, and how Oklahoma can play pick and rolls is enhanced.
No shot clock reset on Noy's missed 3. 3 to shoot now for Robinson. Doolittle hugs him up, and the shot doesn't get away. Oklahoma forces a shot clock violation and a TCU turnover.
Really good job of on-the-ball defense, staying in the plays. And from an offensive standpoint, a 3, always a welcome addition to the attack. Question that is important, because I think the bench play is going to be another one of those factors you want to watch in this game, because that can separate.
And of course, TCU without Jalen Fisher for the 3rd straight game, swelling in his knee, not over on the bench with the Horned Frogs today. Christian James, unfriendly roll, slammed home by Brady Mannix, flying in from out of nowhere.
Well, he looked good doing that. Brady very active in this game today.
6-point Sooner lead, their largest of the day. Hendrick Davis gets shut down. Kwatnoy for 3. What a scoring boost he brings off the bench for the Horned Frogs.
Boy, and can spot up at 3, and if you're slow on your closeout, he's going to knock it down consistently.
And J.B. Dixon said, in effect, they have 7 starters, essentially, when they go to the bench for Davis and Noy. Off the bench, Matt Freeman lining up a 3 that misses, and the 4th rebound early for Alex Robinson.
Oklahoma doing a good job bringing numbers to their transition defense, but Robinson is so clever, Chad.
He's a maestro, Dan. This time lobs it into Kevin Samuel.
You just can't let him get momentum. If he has momentum, he has vision, and the ball, great job there.
That might be a goaltend. Bain touched it, but Rashard Odom's shot may have touched the rim. No goaltend, but it'll be a pair of free throws for Odoms.
Just a great job. He gets momentum here. Players are on the move. He just seems to have that radar to understand where players are. And you know what he's learned to do? He's learned to put the ball where they can finish better. That's definitely an evolution in a great passer.
Christian Doolittle returns for Oklahoma. Rashard Odom's shaken up a little bit earlier this week, but has been full go in practice for the Sooners. So he is out there for Lon Kruger this afternoon.
You know, Coach Kruger talked about this being a good practice team, and I'll tell you, that is so important in January, because there is so much learned in the Big 12 as you go against the best and you find out about yourself.
Let's take a look at Dan's keys. They are presented by Riverwind, the place to be. Coach, what do you have for us?
Well, ball movement. You know, when Oklahoma gets that extra pass, gets that extra cut, they seem to go to another level, and I think that's important. And I'll tell you, rebounding, I alluded to it earlier. These teams are so evenly matched. I think the ability to get the ball, very important.
Alex Robinson rinses his 2nd triple of the day, and TCU leads by 1.
Boy, Robinson has really been able to be the finishing aspect for TCU early. A real calming effect, and just done a great job of making the right basketball.
How about this line? 6 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists for Alex Robinson.
Yeah, pretty much carrying him early.
Christian James tried for 2. Might have been blocked by Bain. And Robinson has his 5th rebound. Robinson got himself trapped in the air. No place to go and turned it over. Here's Jamal Bieniemy, the lone Sooner scholarship freshman. Doolittle bumped underneath but finished anyway.
Boy, just good basketball, though. You know, that ability to have the patience to stop, not force action, let something happen, and then separate to the right player.
What a find by Robinson, but James blocks Miller's shot.
Boy, and had to come a distance to get there.
Lob into Miller. Bieniemy fouled him. Miller shoots a pair. Boy, Alex Robinson is just conducting this thing like a maestro so far.
Well said.
We go to break. Under 12 timeout. The Sooners on top by 1. Alex Robinson, though, doing a little bit of everything for the Horned Frogs. So J.D. Miller at the foul line. Jimmy Dixon talking about J.D. Miller playing more at the 5 spot this year, and being around the rim, around the bucket has helped with his scoring, and he's been a real leader and a worker this senior. Celebrate Hispanic heritage with Oklahoma women's basketball as they take on Kansas February 13th, and men's basketball against West Virginia March the 2nd. This spring, celebrate with us the first weekend of May when Texas Tech comes to Norman. Visit Soonersports.com for future Hispanic heritage celebrations for Oklahoma athletics.
Boy, now you hit about the 11, 10 mark. You get rotation players in. The consistency of what you're doing comes out. TCU, you can just see really protecting the paint. Look at that, 5, 10 feet in the lane on multiple possessions.
Shot clock down to 5 for Bieniemy. McNeese a long way out of his range. Doolittle with 1 to shoot, and it was partially blocked. Samuel got a piece of that. Alex Robinson initiates the counterattack. Probes, arcs it over McNeese and lands it softly.
Wow. You know, big time floater finish. After probing the defense, finding nothing, then just going on his own.
8 points and 5 rebounds to go with 3 assists for Alex Robinson. McNeese deep post up, but his bank is off the mark.
Yeah, good high-low. Doolittle doing a good job of getting the ball inside to McNeese.
Nembhard in and out on his 3. Miller had the rebound, and he's fouled by either Reynolds or McNeese. We'll see who gets it.
Yeah, rebounding right now is a problem for the Sooners. You're watching pretty good first shot defense, but the ability to keep TCU off the glass has been problematic.
You're right, Dan. TCU is +8, out rebounding Oklahoma 13-5 here in the early going. Mass substitutions now. Did you keep track of all of that? Who's in and who's out? It's like a hockey line change. Do see for the first time Lat Mayen in for TCU.
That's where communication among your team becomes paramount.
Bain was blocked. Samuel can't finish it. And there's Miles Reynolds taking a tumble, and I think they will get Samuel for a foul.
Yeah, TCU puts a lot of pressure on the offensive glass. Oklahoma still searching for that clean rebound that can attack TCU's defense. Take a look right here. Now watch the activity level. Well, just a great job of moving to different positions. They attack you weak side, middle. Something that Oklahoma's got to deal with.
Sooners 3 blocks already. Bieniemy marches right to the rim to tie it.
And a great job of using the pick and roll, turning the corner, finding an open backboard to play to.
Good early activity. Tied at 20, approaching the midway mark of this opening half in North. Kendrick Davis trying to free himself. Kind of backhanded that one up. Still loose and out of bounds. Last touch by Reynolds. It'll be TCU ball with a fresh shot clock.
Yeah, Brady doing a great job in his rotation, affecting the finish inside, but Oklahoma unable to come up with that ball.
Alex Robinson quickly returns.
Yeah, look at Brady's position, very important. But those are balls that Oklahoma's just got to get. But I'm telling you right now, we really haven't seen TCU's transition defense tested yet.
Midway through the opening half, Robinson, baseline feed. And the 3 good out of the corner for Quatnor as he lines up his second of the day.
Yeah, just a great finisher, his second of the game. Ball movement strong for the Horned Frogs.
There's Bieniemy countering, but it bounds away. And it's 1 and done for Oklahoma as Mayen gets that rebound.
Yeah, Bieniemy, a great dribble drive.
Robinson nearly traveled. Noy misfires this time. There's Bain. May have been impacted by Manick, who has the rebound. Quick hit ahead. Christian James, Euro step to lay it in.
Great offensive basketball, transition defense. Probably the first time you've really seen TCU challenged to see what kind of transition defense they have.
Robinson a deep three. And Doolittle has the rebound.
Yeah, good play by Doolittle. Strong defensive possession. You're seeing Oklahoma play in transition now twice in a row.
Manick, couple of head fakes. No. The enemy a step back three. It's good.
I just think it's so important when Oklahoma can cleanly play out of their defense, put pressure on TCU in the phase of transition defense, and then go into offense, you're just going to see more productivity.
Bit of a shootout here.
Yeah.
Sooners 3 of 5 from three-point range. Horned Frogs are 4 out of 9. Three line has been kind both ways today.
Yeah.
Mayan runs over Doolittle, and it's an offensive foul. Christian Doolittle taking the bump.
Good position, clearly outside the restricted area. Shoulders square, textbook charge. Great camera angle right there. Coming off of that, watch the ball movement here. Just a great job of one more pass for the Horned Frogs.
Manick stripped by Noy, but Manick regains it. Calixte now with 12 to shoot for the Sooners. Manick's three is good.
Great job. Aaron creating just a little help. Brady getting a closeout. Boy, he's been dynamic at the three line.
Sooners a 7-0 run for a 4-point lead. Nimhart can't counter. Manick tipped that one into the hands of Doolittle.
Really like the activity of Brady on the glass right now, taking Oklahoma to another level.
Samuel picks up the foul. Brady Manick picking up the offense, Coach Hughes.
Oh, he sure is. Just doing a great job of positioning himself, and he's ready to shoot. Look at that quick release. Just doing a great job.
Kansas State rallies for a 58-57 win over Iowa State, and Oklahoma State has now won 2 in a row. They beat Texas during the midweek, and Oklahoma State goes out to Morgantown and wins by 8 already today, and the Mountaineers are 0-4 now in Big 12 conference play. Who would have thought that? They've had some injuries, including Sagaba Konate, a big guy. Shot clock at 13 for Aaron Calixte. Step back 2, swirls out. And the race to the rebound is won by Bain. Noy, his third of the day. Gotta find him on the 3 line.
Boy, Noy is really in his rhythm right now. A transition basket.
Brady Manick doesn't answer as it rims in and out. Rebound Miller.
Well, these are two teams going at each other. You can just see it's going to be a matter of spurts and maybe who has the last one.
Bain slides to the back door. Noy again, and he hits another. Quat Noy's 4th triple of the day.
And Noy just really positioning the penetration factor, causing movement off of him, and he is ready to finish.
He's made 5 in a game already this season. Doolittle wrestling for position underneath, but the rebound goes to Nimhart.
Yeah, TCU coming out strong out of the timeout.
Noy left open again. You just can't leave him unguarded. He ties his season high with already a 5th made 3.
Good timeout here by the Sooners. Going to have to talk about Noy.
Desmond Bain picks up a Sooner turnover and lays it in the other way. Largest TCU lead, 7 points.
Yeah, a game of runs. Oklahoma now going to have to answer a TCU run.
To see where Oklahoma turns to take this shot. Christian James pulls up. And it is one and done. TCU plus 13 on the boards today.
Yeah, rebounding such a factor in the tempo that each team can play.
Robinson stares down Doolittle, circles around him, off the window and in. Alex Robinson with 10.
Boy, and he's been the answer. He's been the answer to creating, distributing, and just a presence for the Horned Frogs.
A 13-0 TCU run. Calixte with a big bucket.
Calixte is a leader, stepping up. Boy, a big basket for the Sooners right there.
Noy, not this time. He's made 5 of those today.
Yeah, a little more sense of urgency, I think. Close out much longer into his shot.
Miller gallops in. McNeese played it well. Miller tipped it up, and McNeese has the rebound.
Yeah, McNeese's presence inside is vital. His ability to not only impact a shot, but go get balls.
4:30 left in the opening half. Horned Frogs led by 9 moments ago. Sooners' largest lead has been 6. Shot clock is at 10 now for Aaron Calixte. And he hits back-to-back threes.
Wow. You asked the question, we now have the answer, Chad.
Aaron Calixte is the answer. 3-point game now. Back-to-back triples by the grad transfer, Aaron Calixte. Robinson banks one. Miller is there, climbing high, and it's wrestled free into the hands of James.
Boy, McNeese's presence, a deflection, block shot, very, very important to Oklahoma defense.
James for the tie, no good. And Jamie Dixon and the Horned Frogs take a timeout here with 3:41 left in the first half.
Boy, runs on both teams, both coaches using their timeouts wisely here.
Well, Aaron Calixte is the answer for 3-point range, Dan.
Just a great job of stepping up in a key situation. The senior guard delivering. Transition then in the half court.
Alex Robinson fires up an air ball. Noy has already equaled his season and career high with the 5 made threes. He did that earlier this year against Eastern Michigan.
But since the timeout when Coach Kruger talked to his team, you can see a greater sense of urgency to not give him the space. They've closed down their help, and they've been able to impact and contest his threes.
Calixte with 3 to shoot. Steps back, Bain blocked it and took it away, and then Bieniemy pokes it out of bounds for the Sooners.
Yeah, Bain using his size and length stayed in the play well with Aaron right there.
Sooners have blocked 4 shots. Horned Frogs have blocked 2 today. These teams a combined 12 of 24 from 3-point range today. Evan Samuel jump hook, no good. And there's that rebounding for Christian James, his 3rd of the day.
And McNeese, his presence inside, such a factor on finishing.
Two and a half remaining here in a very good opening half. It's Calixte. Threw that one away. Trying to find McNeese, but Noy is called for a double dribble in the backcourt.
Boy, it's interesting to me. This game has had a little bit of everything in the first half here. You've seen both teams play extremely well. You've seen turnovers. You've seen runs. Boy, this is just giving you a microcosm of what life in the Big 12 is like.
Yeah, you could see there Noy possessed it, dribbled it once, then kind of lost it and thought, well, maybe they won't notice if I dribble this again.
Oh, they're going to notice.
They caught it. McNeese jump hook, no. Tipped it up, no good. And Robinson has another rebound, his 7th. Manick closes out on Noy, who penetrates and finds Miller.
Miller in a great finishing position. And, you know, that's one of the things that the Horned Frogs have is pretty good finishers. You got to make sure they're scoring over top of somebody time and time again.
Bieniemy too strong. That went off McNeese's head. And Robinson, a one-man fast break. And he does it well. Alex Robinson glides in. He has a dozen.
Able to split 2 defenders. A position where you would expected him to pull it out. He read.
Alex Robinson, 12 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. TCU back up 7. Largest lead has been 9. McNeese trying to force his way in, and he does.
Like that. Like that a lot. Had to have strength on that finish. Had to have focus. Delivered both.
Jamie Dixon wanting McNeese called for lowering that shoulder to free some space. Alex Robinson Great find down low, but it's poked away by the enemy. Shot clock still at 13. The enemy pursues Davis. And Miller is fouled.
Miller does a great job of what I call offensive recovery. He just gets to the right spot. Now look at that closeout, forcing the rim. But look at Miller right there on the backside. He is constantly in the right spot when rotations. But you don't even need a rotation there because Robinson's just 1-on-2. Oh, I like those numbers. Creates angles and finishes.
He just has a special feel.
He
Alex
does.
Robinson.
He does, and that feel extends to touch on his passes. I mean, it's almost amazing to watch, reading players, but then having the ability to put the ball in the air to those high wire finishers.
J.D. Miller has been a big part of the resurgence of TCU basketball under Jamie Dixon. He's played in all 118 games of his career. He has led this team in rebounding the last 3 games. And he's got 6 more today. TCU has doubled up Oklahoma on the boards, 28-14.
Yeah, that's been a factor in this basketball game because Oklahoma's done a lot of things well. But TCU has been rewarded by a dominance on the glass.
And you don't do that to Oklahoma very often.
Oh, no. No.
Under a minute left, opening half. As Miller hits 1 of 2. 41-35, Horned Frogs. Manick has been hot. Hendrick Davis the other way. Great crossover. That squirts through the hands of Miller. Here comes Calixte all the way. Blocked, but a foul on Desmond Bain.
Aaron doing a great job of using that weak hand away from Bain. Bain having to foul to reach and contest.
Desmond Bain now has 2.
Boy, just a great job there of rotation, being in position, coming down here, using that correct hand. Now, if he puts that in that right hand, you got Bain going to impact the shot. Moves into the left, he's going to draw a foul, and he did.
Calixte, 75% foul shooter. Jamie Dixon not real happy with Davis's pass a moment ago, so he subs R.J. Nembhard back in. Good afternoon so far for Calixte, in particular from downtown.
Yeah, his total game has had presence and leadership, and it's been needed. He's been the guy to make that key basket to kind of instigate your own run and deal with TCU's runs.
6 seconds difference between the shot clock and the game clock closing out this opening half. Back into the hands of the terrific Alex Robinson. 10 to shoot for TCU. Watt Noyes made 5 threes in the first half. This time he goes to the rim.
Yeah, able to finish to an open backboard in that situation. First time he's finished anywhere but 3.
Sooners a little miscommunication on who was going to come take that throw-in from Manick. But Miller nearly stole it. 4 seconds remaining, opening half. Calixte going to have a chance at it. Across midcourt and launching, no good at the horn. Would have been his 4th of this half.
A refocus. We're talking about a 6-point game. A run can put them back in command and control, but they've got to address that.
Oklahoma only turned the basketball over 2 times in that first half. Brady Manick starts with a lay-in off the lob from Calixte.
Yeah, give the coaching staff credit. Great execution on the first play. They knew they're going to have the ball. They knew it was important to turn it to a 4-point game. Great execution for Oklahoma.
Only slight foul trouble. Desmond Bain and Kevin Samuel each have 2 for the Horned Frogs. Nobody else in the game has more than 1. Shot clock at 8 as Bain gallops in. McNeish deflects that ball. Here comes Calixte. Christian James bangs his way to the bucket and collides with Miller. His bodies go flying out of the way like a bowling alley.
And you know, one of the things as I analyzed the first half, getting James more involved, specifically in transition, because I'll tell you, he has a great strength on that north-south drive.
Yeah, the referees, Doug Sermons, Bert Smith, Chance Moore, discussing that play right there. There was a shot to J.D. Miller's nose area, and they may come and look and see if there was any intent. on Christian James' part.
Just a great example right here. Caused a closeout, see the balance forward. James puts it on the floor, creates contact in that situation.
So it's a flagrant 1 on Christian James. That'll mean James will shoot his free throws. Then we will go to the other end, and I believe Miller will shoot 2, and TCU will retain the ball.
They will.
And so Lon Kruger gets the explanation and says, okay. Doug Sermon's giving that to him. And so no, it'll be Miller to shoot the flagrant here first.
I think what you're going to see is Miller to shoot these 2. Then the ball's going to be put in play at the opposite end with Oklahoma.
The foul was called on the floor. Exactly. The common foul was, and so Oklahoma will inbound. It was not a shooting foul.
No, you said it correct. It's going to go to TCU ball. That's unfortunately a lose-lose for Oklahoma as they draw the foul, but yet free throws go to TCU and as well as the ball.
So the flagrant foul possession overrides what would have been Oklahoma's possession on the common foul.
Correct. Correct. And since they're not in the bonus, no free throws.
Doolittle runs through the passing lane and picks that one off. Finds James, whose double clutch is short, but he follows it up.
Great job of keeping the ball alive, and I'll tell you, give Brady credit. He ran the floor and created the space for that 2-on-1 play.
Robinson just had it taken by James. Doolittle and James 2-on-1. Doolittle finishes.
Transition offense, a real key for Oklahoma. Extra effort. Boy, is James strong or what, Chad? The ability to take it away from Robinson, not easily done.
Sometimes you lose perspective on just how physical he is. And Jamie Dixon takes the time.
I also like the ability for Oklahoma to play in transition. That comes out of their defense, that ability to create steals, cleanly rebound.
Horned Frogs take timeout. Where's Jamie Dixon headed with this possession, do you think?
I think getting back to what got them the lead in the first half, and that's the ability to move the basketball, get it to Robinson in key situations, and rebound.
Samuel against McNeese. Rebound, Christian James. The Sooners can retake the lead. Calixte between the legs. Ooh, McNeese might have gotten bumped from behind.
Well, he got pushed. You know, I think the Horned Frogs got away with one there.
Bain, no. And Christian James with another rebound. He has 7.
Yeah, look. TCU shooting the ball a little quicker, not quite the probing defense that we saw in the first half.
James bumps into Robinson, steps through that double team, and they call him for a travel. Lon Kruger not happy with that one. Only the 4th Oklahoma turnover of the day.
Well, he's especially not happy because he dealt with a non-call right there. There's contact right there, but he dealt with it. You know, that's a lunge to me. But we will play it as a travel.
I like the way you said that. We will play it as a travel. 10 to shoot here. Out to Noy, who hit 5 threes in the opening half.
Yeah, and Oklahoma's done a better job on him, no question. But boy, he can light it up at any minute.
Robinson, Doolittle flying at him. Bain has the rebound, though. The 14th offensive rebound today for TCU. Back into the hands of Robinson. Christian James has 4 steals for the Sooners today, his career high. 10 to shoot now for Robinson. Trapped on the baseline. A 3 by Nembhard. No. And there's McNeese.
Best defensive possession of the day for Oklahoma in all kinds of ways.
Sooners again with a chance to retake the lead. Doolittle's had a fairly quiet day. Manic. And it pops out to Calixte. Volleyballed out by Jamoni McNeese. Here's Calixte. Noy bumped him and fouled him. And Calixte can go to the line and give the Sooners the lead.
Yeah, strong take on the ball right there. a second shot, a team that didn't have multiple offensive rebounds. Well, that's just good strength. Watch his vision, trying to make sure he sees that finish. Extends his arm out. But Oklahoma has come out and attacked TCU with some of the same things that TCU had done so well in the first half.
Calixte misses. We've had 5 ties and 8 lead changes so far. Miles Reynolds is up off Lon Kruger's bench, replacing Doolittle.
Well, I really appreciate this game. This game's had a lot of things in it that I think contribute to good basketball. I think the coaching, the timeouts, it's just been fun to watch. But boy, we got a tie game here. and we're starting all over.
Sooners have outscored the Horned Frogs 7-1 out of the halftime locker room. We are all knotted at 44. McNeese bats that one away from Samuel. Horned Frogs will throw it in out of the timeout.
Very special bond, a very special relationship between Rashard Odoms and his mom, Donna Stewart. Rashard is an energy guy. You know, he doesn't mind doing the dirty work, the diving on the loose balls, the rebounding, the guarding the opposing team's best players. It's an unselfish role he takes a lot of pride in. Sacrifice, fight, humility, all these qualities he attributes to his mother, who he watched not only go to war and battle in the Iraqi war, but then also came back and found out she had breast cancer, so a breast cancer survivor, a single mom, and an Army veteran. Guys, I don't know if I've seen any more of an impressive stat line than that.
Couldn't agree with you more, Jessica. That's a quadruple double and then some. And Jessica with that great feature, Soonersports.com, Soonersports.tv. You can see it. Sooners turn it over. Alex Robinson streaks ahead of the pack. Calixte reached in and got him, but a foul call, and Alex Robinson will go to the line. So, Dan, you begin to ask, how has Oklahoma gotten back into this? One way is they're starting to turn around a sizable TCU advantage on the boards.
Oh, absolutely. You see the turnover here. That's something that Oklahoma's been fantastic at. Only 2 the first half. But what they did, they've come out and out-rebounded TCU 5-1. Whatever Coach Kruger talked about, and I think rebounding was the top one, had an audience with the Oklahoma Sooners because they're really working at it now.
Manick snatches that rebound. Robinson 13 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists for TCU. 1-point lead for the Horned Frogs. As the Sooners dump it into McNeese. Left-handed off the window.
Well, just a great job of knowing where the defense is and turning away from it. And a nice left-hand finish and a lead for the Oklahoma Sooners.
Their first since it was 27-26, but Noy has 19. He quickly gives TCU the lead right back.
Boy, Noy he's been good. Now he's finished twice in the lane.
Scramble and a held ball. Possession arrow heads the other way.
Boy, TCU going to get the benefit of this tie up here. See him stepping into there and just loses control of the basketball.
Rashard Odoms and Jamal Bieniemy return for the Sooners. Looks like Christian Doolittle as well. McNeese gets a breather. Remember, Jamani McNeese has not played more than 17 minutes in the last 6 games. He got the start for the Sooners today. He's played right at 17 minutes today as he gets a breather, still coming back from that ankle injury.
Yeah, and good sub. You can see the activity level for Oklahoma way up in the second half. You're going to get a little more effective fatigue.
15 to shoot. Nembhard on the baseline, batted away by Calixte and gathered by Doolittle.
It's interesting to me. Such an error-free game in the first half. Now you're seeing a little more turnover. Both teams dealing with it, and I think that's because of fatigue, but also because of effort being put.
Noy fouls Manick. The shot will not count as the foul was on the floor. That's 2 on Noy.
Yeah, both teams with 2 here early in the second half. You can see Coach Kruger play calling right there from the side.
Doolittle nearly lost the handle on that as Odoms did lose it. Manick out of the corner. No.
Ball reversal, spread floor, good-looking shot in that situation.
Kendrick Davis on the attack. Samuel posts against Doolittle, trying to pass out of the posts. Good Sooner defense, 10 to shoot here for Alex Robinson. Robinson back out for Davis, 3 to shoot. Davis, and Manick has another rebound.
When multiple defensive players for Oklahoma has been on Robinson, and they've done an outstanding job here in the second half of keeping the ball in front of them.
Doolittle's 2 is good, and the Sooners volley back on top.
Yeah, Doolittle doing a great job off the bounce, squared his shoulders, big knockdown for the Sooners.
48-47 Oklahoma. Sooners once led in the opening half by 6. TCU led by 9 at one stage. Robinson, flat-footed 3 there.
Yeah.
Doolittle had a quiet first half. Looks like they're trying to get him going. And he does. He's going to the foul line, in fact.
Boy, just a good job of spreading the floor, creating a one-on-one penetration for Doolittle, and Doolittle taking advantage of it. Look at him, spreads the floor. Out. So there's no post players. Crossover dribble gives him direct north-south drive.
Doolittle misses strong with that. 8 points and 7 rebounds for Christian Doolittle. He and Brady Manick have done such a good job with Jamoni McNeese out. That duo of Manick and Doolittle combining for nearly 26 points and 14 rebounds a game with McNeese out. Doolittle missed them both. Now the Horned Frogs miscommunicate and throw it away in the backcourt. But Davis thought Alex Robinson was coming back to get it.
Yeah. I mean, this game has had everything. Look at right here. Both teams so efficient in the first half, but miscommunication. Thought Robinson, as you said, was coming back for it. Oklahoma with a chance to play off of a turnover.
10 turnovers for the Horned Frogs. Doolittle posts, and he's fouled again.
That was called by J.D. Miller.
J.D. Miller picks up his second.
And it's the 15th foul against TCU. Doolittle heads to the line for 2 shots.
Just a good job. Great real estate. Wonderful camera angle coming right there. Doolittle looking to get back on track on free throw line.
He's missed 3 straight. He's been in double figures now 4 of the last 5 games. He didn't have a double-figure scoring game all last year. Hadn't done it since his freshman season.
That one will help.
Yes, it will.
That one will help.
It helps the Sooners back out to a 2-point lead.
A lot of switching going on in the pick and rolls out in front. Oklahoma doing a good job keeping the ball in front of them and rebounding effectively, Chad.
Rebounds have been a huge story since halftime. Odoms against the smaller Robinson. He posts. Shard Odoms backs down Robinson. Turns right into Miller, who impacted that. Sooners will get another chance with 14 to shoot.
Well, you felt like something good was going to happen on that possession, but the amount of people in a small space just makes passing and catching so difficult.
The enemy through the hands of Manick, and that goes out of bounds. 7th Sooner turnover.
Well, this game has so many features of 2 evenly matched teams. You've had great play. Now you've had turnovers. You've had rebounding activity for TCU in the first half. You've had rebounding activity for Oklahoma. What's going to happen the last 12 minutes is going to be key.
Robinson out to Kwatnoy, who slashes and draws a foul against the enemy. So Noy's showing you he's more than just a 3-point shooter, Dan.
He sure is.
49-47, Sooners on top with under 12 left in the second half in Norman. Fought right down to the wire. Oklahoma was within 4 in the final minute of their game. So these teams have been close. But life on the road in the Big 12, it ain't easy.
No, and especially early in the season, I think the learning that takes place within the first round of play essential, and sometimes not the easiest to take in the moment, but very pivotal to how you're going to play at the end.
Noy, 78% foul shooter, cashes in both and ties it. Noy comes off the bench. And how would you like to get a day like this off the bench? 21 points and 5 made threes, tying a career high.
And what's been impressive to me is as he's being guarded differently after those 5 threes, he's found a way to continue to contribute to the scoring column.
Doolittle rains one home. He's in double figures.
That's a big-time play. That's a big-time play right there. Finding that space, having the presence to finish.
Kendrick Davis trying to probe through the top of that Sooner defense. Noy hits his 6th, a career high for Noy.
Wow. And that was contested. And that was deep. And that's just a supremely good offensive play. Oklahoma's just got to play on.
Horned Frogs by 1. McNeese double teamed. Freshman Bieniemy now with 10 to shoot. Rotate over to James. His 3 is no good. Odom's had it taken from him by Kendrick Davis. Davis all the way in, bumped and sent to the deck by Odoms.
Yeah, Davis able to take that aggression to his dribble drive. You wonder if you don't foul that, take a look at the length that's around him. You know, is he going to finish? Because in those situations, you want to make guards especially have to find a way to score the length.
And Noy before that with this really flat-footed 3.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. Look at the depth on that. The ball's in the air a little bit. We're watching shot clock go down. But Noy has just been spectacular today off the bench for the Horned Frogs.
Davis makes them both. Kendrick Davis providing some good minutes again today in that backcourt. Jalen Fisher missing a 3rd straight game with swelling in his knee. And hopefully for the Horned Frogs, they're able to get very talented Jalen Fisher back. Miles Reynolds, no.
Boy, TCU in a small run right now. Important that Oklahoma can stay in this play.
Reynolds sends that one away as J.D. Miller tried to get off a shot inside.
It's interesting to me when we were talking to Jamie Dixon. He talked about finishers, and you can see right there how they do a great job of positioning to finish.
And Jamoni McNeese comes up with that miss. Midway through half number 2, nothing really has been decided. These two teams going at one another. Played a 2-point game and an overtime game last year. McNeese deep post position on Miller. Kicks out of it. Reynolds slashes and draws a foul, something he is terrific at. Miles Reynolds has shot 28 more free throws than anybody else on this Sooner team.
Yeah, you make a great point. Also, the ball movement. You're seeing that skip across the court. They already had gone side to side once. Now they go side to side again, create those closeouts. If he gets a closeout, he's going to visit that foul line an awful lot.
And he's a solid foul shooter, 78%. Vocal leader coming off the bench today with Jamoni McNeese back in the starting lineup for the Sooners. And Oklahoma struggling a bit at the foul line today. Now 6 out of 12.
Yeah, that's been a factor because they've done a good job of. This game's been very equal at the foul line as far as attempts. Both teams right at 12 right now. Oklahoma at 13.
Davis a crossover, gets himself in, and McNeese collects Oklahoma's 8th block of the day. Here's Doolittle to the bucket with authority. We're tied again.
Powerful move. Look at the loose ball here, where both teams really at it. Robinson with his hands going against the entire Oklahoma defense in the lane.
Shot clock at 10 as Davis goes to work against Bieniemy. One to shoot. Robinson gets it away. Rebound to Reynolds. Reynolds, a one-man fast break. No bucket, but a foul underneath against Kendrick Davis.
Officials in good position to watch this. Look at wow. McNeese's presence inside. Transition offense has been key. High percentage finish for Doolittle right there, and great camera angle. And that's the block charge. Good job. Doolittle's just really spurring it on, but the free throw line, Chad, still seems to be a problem, and separating a little bit right here.
Sooners are 7 of 14. You made a good point. Didn't see which official that was, but that was a great job by an official getting from one end of the floor to the other to be in position to see that block charge.
And I think, with the speed of men's college basketball, you got to work to be in position. But when I looked down and I looked at him, somehow he was there. And I think that's what good officials do. Positioning is so important.
1 point, Sooner lead. Alex Robinson's had a terrific afternoon, trying to find some breathing room with Calixte all over him. 3 to shoot for Nembhard, who rises and gives the Horned Frogs the lead back.
Great play by Nembhard. That was well defended, contested in that situation. Just a tough finish.
Nembhard scored 10 against Baylor and 14 in the loss to Kansas this week, coming on in the absence of Fisher. Doolittle lost it. Out to James, still 8 to shoot. And a traveling call against Christian James. Good TCU defense.
Yeah, that double team left James with not very many options right now.
You having fun, partner? We got a good one here.
I am. This game is what basketball's about, and I think it's a great piece to talk about Big 12. You can see why all 10 teams are in the top 85. This is good basketball. This is competitive basketball. This is why I think Big 12 can make a claim as possibly the best conference in America.
Robinson throws that off the foot of Calixte. With 9 to shoot, we got a timeout. We know you're not going anywhere. Horned Frogs lead by 1. You're watching Sooner men's basketball presented by the OU Extended Campus. Shot clock is at 9 here for the Horned Frogs out of the timeout. Alex Robinson. Little bit of space. Miller converts at the shot clock buzzer.
One of the few times Oklahoma has not kept Robinson in front of him. He was able to get 2 feet in the lane. He's almost always going to deliver when he gets to there.
McNeese's bank shot, no good, and Miller has the rebound. That's 9 rebounds for Miller.
Boy, and you can see TCU really committing to rebounding right now. It's going to be a real struggle, I think, between these two teams down the stretch.
Bain misses into the hands of Calixte. Under 7 minutes remaining. Horned Frogs by 3. Looking for their first top 25 road win since 1998. Christian James muscling his way in. Swatted over and collected by Bain.
Yeah, and Oklahoma in position right there. Boy, they're just really working hard for those extra plays right now.
Nembhard. Tough shot. Follow is no good, but J.D. Miller will head to the foul line. The TCU back on the glass again.
Yeah, they really are. I think it's spearheaded by number 15 right now. Watch him on the backside. Just working so hard. At the other end, he did the same thing. A new commitment. You can see this is a game that's going to cause renewed commitments. TCU really on the glass.
And Miller's been a big part of that. He has 10 rebounds once again today. Christian Doolittle replaces Jamuni McNeese. Foul was on Miles Reynolds.
Yeah. TCU kind of getting a little separation right now. Key time for Oklahoma. Coming out of here with an offensive set and a chance to turn that momentum around.
And returning for TCU.
Walden Cleaners has 3 generations of knowledge that ensures the highest in quality detergents and cleaning methods are used along with the most advanced equipment. Walden Cleaners and Laundry, where the difference is quality. Brady Manick on for the Sooners. TCU by 5. Their largest lead has been 9. Doolittle is tied up on the baseline by Bain, and they're still wrestling. It's like a tug of war down there.
Well said.
Possession arrow favors the Sooners. I think Lon Kruger saying get him off the arms, perhaps.
Exactly. You must lip read.
Occasionally, but oftentimes am mistaken with that.
Yeah. I think a key possession right here for Oklahoma.
They go back into Doolittle. Bumped and fouled, and a bucket as Samuel lapped him.
Great play call by Coach Kruger on that baseline out of bounds. Went right inside with it, and Doolittle continues to impress down the stretch with this great finish.
13 points and 7 rebounds for Doolittle. He will try to add to that and draw the Sooners back within 2. Your message from Lon Kruger and this staff for Christian Doolittle has been be more aggressive. With that frame, how could you not be aggressive? 6'7", about 235.
Good coaching, Chad. Good coaching. But, boy, we got a ball game.
2-point grinder here at the Lloyd Noble Center.
Yeah.
Robinson. Reynolds takes a spill. No call. Blocked by Manick. Here comes Reynolds. Long hit ahead for Doolittle. And he can't finish. But he finds the follow.
Boy, transition offense out of their defense continues to spur the Sooners in the second half.
9th tie of the day. The crowd on their feet at the LNC. Desmond Bain in traffic. Now Miller stripped. Back up. Volleyballed off the backboard. And Doolittle finds it.
Multiple efforts by Oklahoma. Now a chance to take back the lead. Oklahoma on their run.
Under 5 left. TCU 0 for its last 5 from the field. Sooners a chance to retake the lead. A lob from Manick. He can't finish it.
What good looking play right there at the rim.
Desmond Bain. No.
You can see Coach Kruger verbally talking to his team here a little bit. Watching the action, knowing this is a key half-court possession.
And it will end with a Christian James trip to the foul line as Nembhard got it.
Not surprisingly here, just a great job of rim protection in transition. Boy, just a good play, but great catch by Doolittle, persistently sticking it back in.
Now the referees are conferencing about something here in this tie ball game. Christian James due to go to the free throw line. And he will shoot a pair. Sooners have a season-high 9 blocks in this game.
Yeah, they really have, and their length has been a factor. The other thing that they've just done a great job is as good as Robinson is, they've just not given him a lot of angles in the second half. And they've done it with multiple players. You know, there's several pictures come to my mind, and they're different players keeping him in front of them.
Quiet scoring afternoon for Christian James. He is 4th in the Big 12 in both scoring and rebounding. He averages 17 and 8. And today sitting on 7 points and 7 boards. 1 of 2. The Sooners retake the lead. This is our 15th lead change of the game.
Yeah.
Robinson knocks down Reynolds. What do we have? Officials looking at one another. And a blocking foul.
You can see the penetration coming down there. Contact on the drive. It was interesting. I watched Jamie Dixon. He gave the signal right away.
He knew what the call was.
I'm not sure he gets a vote, but I was watching. I was looking at the officials, and I saw him motion block.
18 to shoot. Bain forced it into the arms of Reynolds. Miles Reynolds to Manick, and he stuffs it home.
Brady just really put it in another gear and had then the momentum to finish.
8-0 Oklahoma run over the last 2 minutes. Brady Manick punctuates it. And I think we may have a technical foul against the Sooners. I think probably our fans could hear that. It is a dead ball contact technical right here on Christian James. So Desmond Bain hits a free throw. That stops an 8-0 Sooner run as Bain converts the 2 technicals. 63-62, and now the Horned Frogs could retake the lead.
Yeah.
Robinson backs down Reynolds. Miller out to Bain, wide open for 3, and Desmond Bain gives TCU the lead back.
Yeah, Bain crossing the floor to create the inside-out look. Big finish for the Horned Frogs.
He's had a tough shooting day, just 3 of 13, but his first made triple gives TCU a 2-point lead. Got to have confidence to take a shot like that. Reynolds bodied by Bain. Inside, James answers and ties it.
Well, I love the quickness on that finish. Great drop step and finish. Tie ball game, 3-13. Who would expect anything but?
Miller from Robinson can't finish it, and James is fouled on the rebound.
James, great job going to get it, but Brady again, his length inside has been key to the Oklahoma defense.
Timeout, nothing decides. Look back again at the dead ball technical against Christian James, Dan.
You can see the drive there. Keep your eye on 0 right here, following up. He comes here, and he'll raise his hand, and what they called was that, with his left hand extending right here. That was the call right there. You know, it's player for TCU, and then letting him make a decision. And for Oklahoma, that's multiple people, but Aaron will be very, very important in his orchestration of the offense.
Sooners back on top, 66-65. James got them both. The University of Oklahoma Extended Campus offers programs for working adults and lifelong learners. Degrees online, on-site, on your schedule. Become the tradition. Sooners by a deuce with under 3 left. Watnoy makes another 3. Watnoy now has 27. He has tied his career high.
Yeah, pick and pop, able to have clear space on the finish.
Whistle underneath and a foul. 7 threes for Watnoy. He's called for the foul here.
Good job inside. You can see the reach with that left hand. Watnoy on that reach with the foul. But pick and pop situation. 2 defenders on the ball. Noy delivers the 3.
Doolittle ties it.
Okay, Oklahoma has delivered these last 3 minutes at the free throw. They stepped up and knocked it consistently, and Doolittle going for his second here.
He's now 4 of 7 at the line is Doolittle. He leads the Sooners Sooners with 20.
You can see TCU going back to a similar set right here. Pick and pop for Noy.
His 8th 3 of the day gives the Horned Frogs a 71-69 lead. I'd be smiling too if I was Quat Noy. That's off the hands of Doolittle, out of bounds. Inopportune time for the Sooners' 9th turnover.
Boy, Oklahoma, you can see them gathering a little bit right now, knowing that this stop is huge. But again, a pick and pop going in the opposite direction. Finishing with a 3.
Quat Noy, 8 of 12 from three-point range today. He's got 30.
Same action. Oklahoma now switching it.
This is Nembhard off the mark. Didn't look like he really wanted to take it.
Yeah, like the adjustment Oklahoma made. They switched that pick and pop, matched it up, stayed in the play. Now they've got a chance to come back and tie or take the lead.
Minute 46 remaining. Sooners have 4 timeouts left. TCU has 2. Both teams in the bonus, free throw wise. Baines saves that one, and it's finally out of bounds off of Noy.
An important base. Let's just see what they look for here.
Calixte resets with 10 on the shot clock. James for 3 in the lead. No. And rebounded by J.D. Miller.
TCU with an opportunity to get more than 1 possession lead right here. This game's been so tight. Nobody's had an opportunity to have a 2-possession lead. TCU staring at it right now with the finish.
Jamie Dixon over to referee Doug Sermons. Thought he was going to take a timeout, but no. Robinson with 6 to shoot. Now Nembhard lost it on the floor, picked up by Calixte.
Great defense by the Oklahoma Sooners.
Down low, James up with it, good, and a foul on Robinson.
That's been the player to go to in the half-court situations. On the block, James with a strong finish. Just a good job of positioning inside. Look at him. He got low. He has such strength. He just literally takes Robinson up and finish.
3-point play. Double-double in 6 of his last 8 games and averaged 16 points and 12 rebounds in the month of December. Sooners lead.
Sooners continue to be effective in the last remaining moments of the second half at the free throw line. Pick and pop. Noy trying to get open. Oklahoma doing a great job of communicating.
Instead, it's Robinson. Penetration, Nembhard, no. And Doolittle, a huge one-armed rebound in traffic. Then he is fouled.
Wow. That was a rebound among rebounds. Proud rebound, very important. Oklahoma stays in place. They're switching a lot, but they're staying in front of the penetration. Rotation to shooters. Good, but watch that rebound. That's a crowd rebound and a strong rebound, and going to get the opportunity to shoot free throws at the other side.
And a grown man game for Christian Doolittle. He has his 4th career double-double of 20 and 10.
When Oklahoma has just gotten better and better down the stretch at the free throw line. A chance to go to 3, but I'll tell you what, TCU is a team that creates good threes. So, boy, we got a great possession following up here.
Shot clock is off. Doolittle gives the Sooners a 3-point lead, and we have a timeout. Would you foul to keep TCU from getting a 3 away at some point?
I would not, but I would switch a lot. I would force dribble drive, and I would not foul.
The terrific Alex Robinson with the ball in his hands for the tie. It's good. A friendly bounce, and it's 74 all.
Oklahoma calling it up here. Timeout.
Von Kruger
Get to
74 apiece with under 10 seconds remaining. Sooner possession in front of their bench.
Yeah, you can see by the setup. Looks like Aaron is going to handle the ball in this situation. James on one block, Doolittle on the other. Brady stepping in.
It'll be Doolittle one-on-one, up and in, and Oklahoma leads.
Great play. Really good basketball play, but more basketball to be played here. And there's going to be the ball in the air to instigate those last 3 seconds.
Kwaknoy throws it in. Davis at midcourt steps into a three for the win. It's short. And Oklahoma hangs on at the Lloyd Noble Center.
Good look at it. Great basketball game. One of the best